Before I open that public hearing, I have some comments I'd like to make regarding this. A similar law was in the village code many years ago, but after revisions over the years, this part of the code was omitted. After almost a year of discussing and debating this issue, this body felt it was important for a law regarding the keeping of farm animals in the confines of the village go back in the code. After reviewing the code of dozens of villages across New York State, a draft law was completed and sent to our village attorney for review. After some minor wording changes, he recommended the draft that we have in front of us tonight, along with a legal opinion on the authority to pass such a law. This proposed law does not, and is not intended to restrict anybody from actual farming of their land in any way within the village. We are unaware of anyone in the village who is actively raising these types of animals as a livelihood. Due to the density of the village and proximity of residences to each other, the need to restrict types of animals allowed is necessary for public health and safety reasons and to ensure that residents are afforded the use of their property in a safe, peaceful, and tranquil manner. Other laws exist along the lines of public health and safety to allow residents to peacefully coexist in close proximity within the village, such as fireworks prohibition, open burning, garbage removal, lawn mowing, property maintenance, hunting, and noise ordinances. It should be noted that a 5-year grace period exists in the proposed draft as per our attorney, meaning that anybody with an animal that would be prohibited under the new law would not have to get rid of it now, but had 5 years from the date of enactment to do so. Further, after the adoption of the law, any resident can always petition this board for an exemption if they feel they have a valid case, and there is precedent for this. The opportunity for you, the public, and specifically residents of the village to be heard on this proposed law is important and is part of the democratic process. We are here to listen and hear reasonable arguments on the merits of this proposed law. I stress that we are here to listen and to take comment. This is not a forum for debate or argument, but a place for input from you, the public. We have established rules of procedure and conduct which are on the table. Each person that wishes to be heard will be heard for a period of up to 3 minutes. If you wish to speak, please raise your hand, be recognized by me, state your name and address, and direct your comments to the board and the board only. Persons wishing to be heard on the same subject for a second time will be allowed, but only after all others have had a chance to be heard first. Written comments are always welcome and will be entered into the record. No member of this board is required to respond to any question or comment made during this hearing, nor make any statements regarding this matter, but are not prohibited from doing so. With that, I will open the public hearing on proposed law local number. Yes.
Jessica Abrams, Greene County. What this is doing is not making a whole lot of sense, because it sounds to me like we can allow puppy mills. We can allow things like large amounts of dogs or cats or pigs, but we're not allowing maybe the small containment that could be used for maybe health benefits, other such healthy living lifestyles. Sounds like it's kind of omitting a lot of the green living in Greene County. Wouldn't you agree? It's not a city, it's a village. So it sounds like it's very overregulating. And actually there's a Dean's Mills in Coxsackie who will be immediately affected by this. And we ask that we speak up and introduce them. As well as the benefits of, say, chickens that can eat ticks and things of this nature. It's actually very important to have alternative resources when it comes to things we are set in crisis with as a society, like Lyme's disease, Bell's palsy, things of this nature. And is there a clear understanding of the definition of what is a pet and what is livestock? Because in the 1800s, the dictionary went ahead and defined pet as like a small lamb hand-raised, bottle-fed. Or, for instance, a domesticated animal kept for pleasure rather than utility. Would that fall within the lines if it says 1, 2, 3, small contained? Especially when it's kept clean, no one is in violation of anything. Nothing is allowed, nothing's abusing any privileges.
Could you just tell me what's this gentleman's first name?
Jeff Dean.
Jeff.
He's been a long-time member of the community. He employs local youth to keep them out of trouble, things of this nature. and also with the comprehensive plan for Greene County's vision on our area is to enhance, protect, sustain any sorts of green living. And a right to farm community just sounds like we're taking the identity, our rural character from our area, and it's really quite a shame to even see it proposed. It's kind of an insult. I moved from Long Island to come up to Greene County, Coxsackie, to live like I'm in a rural area, not to bring the city with me. So that's my concern.
Okay. Any further comment, or you?
Did you see the comprehensive plan for Coxsackie?
Yes, ma'am, it was on the town board.
Did they discuss about adopting a right to farm law? Do you think we can get into that, so maybe we can protect, say, homesteading? Like locavore type activity, which is what the area is trying to enhance, is the availability of
knowledge, the town has the right to farm already enacted.
The town and the village are pretty much united with this whole zoning comprehensive plan, so that's why I'm making sure the village doesn't backstep or backpedal what we're already set in place, and what we'd like to protect.
Okay.
Our rural character.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Emily Kinsella. I live on 58 Van Dyke Street here in Coxsackie. I'm a lifelong resident of Coxsackie. I've lived here my whole life, grew up here. We've always had farm animals off and on at our house on Van Dyke Street. We had chickens, we had ducks, we've had everything you can name, rabbits, we had a miniature horse at one time. And I think they did nothing but provide for the community. Neighbors brought their